Biggest problem was I had no self-respect, no self-love for myself. So therefore, I use females to, give me confidence and, to validate things. If I thought I was questioning something, like if I look good, I'd wait for a female to tell me I look good. And based off by how she looks, if she looked really good, it'd make me feel better. If she was ugly, I would just, you know what I mean? But that's not right, and I don't think like that now. I learned self-love and humility out there in them streets. Now, that being said, I was at an 8505 program called the Jude House. I got kicked out. I went straight from jail, straight to the Jude House, with all the wrong things on my mind. I was there about 30 days. I got kicked out. It was a 6-month program. You're supposed to automatically get your backup time if you mess that up. But because that program had a lot of drug use, people sneaking out, going to the bars at night, the judge kicked me back out to another program, Port Recovery in Baltimore. This is co-ed, so you're living in the same house with females. Worst thing for me. I get there, they take the shackles off, and it was on. It probably lasted about 3 days. I met a girl named Brittany, and before you know it, we were hooking up in the yard of the halfway house at nighttime, sneaking out and stuff like that. And then I was going around fixing the washers and dryers for the halfway house, and I met a girl, we'll just call her Jay, and she actually got clean. She lives in Florida now. We started hooking up. I stopped talking to the first one, and then I got houses switched because there was a lot of houses around the same neighborhood. That's when I ran into a girl named Michelle, not my son's mother, different Michelle, and she was a halfway house manager. So, she would throw slick shots and stuff. I would throw them back. Well, one day she's like, I finally got my license. I finally got my car on the road. Do you want to take a ride with me? And I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. So we end up at Black Powder Falls State Park in Baltimore. It's basically just a road through the woods, and we're driving along, and she pulls over. And I'm like, huh? And she gets in the back seat, pulls her pants straight off, and ready to go. Funny story is, my man's wasn't all there. So, she put me on the spot. I was nervous. She kept making fun of me, calling me soft serve all the way home, asked me if I wanted to stop and get some soft serve. That was not funny. And so that night, I redeemed myself. Of course I did. And she was pressed after that. And basically, she seen me with another girl at the bus stop. She set me up. She contacted my probation officer, told her I was pissing for people when they were dirty, and they put a warrant out for me. And that's when I met my first son's mother, and that's when I was on the run trying to have a whole relationship with somebody that's never even used drugs and comes from a different background. And so that didn't go well. As you know, it ended up, I went to jail, and it was a disaster. I've talked about this story before, but let me tell you guys something. Females, relationships, males, whatever it is, whatever gender you are, it causes emotions to be crazy. And when you have a lot of emotions going on and you're trying to get clean and you're trying to focus and you're trying to learn yourself, this is what people don't tell you. They're the biggest triggers. But what people don't tell you is there's something deep inside that you're not fixing. And that's why you keep chasing these women for validation. And I had to figure out what that was. I had no self-respect, no self-love. I let females walk over top of me. Not males, because it was more of a respect thing. I wasn't looking at the females as disrespecting me in that type of way. And, it made me feel small, But I learned how to love myself. I love my life today. I love who I am. And nothing anybody says can sway me anymore. Once you know who you are, once you love yourself and you have self-respect, there's not a single person that can take you out of your character. You are in charge of all your feelings, all your anger, and all your decisions. You guys have a good day. It's Sunday. Let's try to have a good day, and let's praise God, and let's just relax today. Give yourself a day of mental peace and mental stability. Thank you. You guys have a good day. I'll be praying for you. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe.